You're watching Let's Chat.
Welcome back and good morning. In October, don't miss this date on the calendar, 15th, 16th, 17th. It is the return of the Chattanooga Motorcar Festival, and one of the driving principles behind that, the most famous mustache in Chattanooga, and the guy who stands behind it. It's this guy right here. It is Corky Coker. Corky, good morning.
Good morning, Chip. Thanks for having me.
You're no longer the most famous mustache. Now you have the goatee to go with it. So anyway, it's a pleasure having you here as always.
Thank you.
Had to take a time out from the Motorcar Festival last year. It's coming back bigger and better than ever this year. And you said that the footprint on the race itself has been greatly, greatly enlarged.
It really has, Chip. We've added a number of things. As Grand Marshal, I'm just kind of along for the ride. The four brothers are the promoter. It's actually 50 Plus Racing Foundation.
Right.
That's the promoter of the deal, and where all the funds go into to support Dr. Devlin and his neuroscience and Alzheimer's research. But we've got the Meekum auctions. My good friend Dana and Frank Meekum will have 600 cars on auction. If you want to collect a car, you need one, Chip. You got to have one. That Ferrari that you've always wanted, you can probably buy down at the Chattanooga and Hamilton County Convention Center. So the Meekum auction will be there on Friday and Saturday.
600 cars.
600 vintage cars.
Wow. And Meekum you don't get many names bigger in that particular line of work.
They are the largest. They are absolutely the largest.
What else is going to be a little different about this year's Motorcar Festival?
Well, this year also, we have a wheel-to-wheel race course happening in downtown Chattanooga. And it's within walking distance of the Westin and all things that go on, the Host Hotel right down in the West End part of the city. This wheel-to-wheel course will be on the Austin property and Riverfront Parkway. It's being designed and will be shepherded and checked and insured by the national race marketing firm and firm that takes care of those things. It's underway right now. They're working and building the course now. It's a beautiful place.
Here is a little bit of video from the inaugural Chattanooga Motorcar Festival, and of course, those of you at the Coker Museum certainly up to your neck involved in this, and you guys have got even bigger plans to get even more involved. And this is such a good thing, not just for our community economically, but for the medical research. And you were mentioning Dr. Tom Devlin a little bit earlier. Arguably one of the preeminent neurosurgeons in the world, and we are blessed to have him right here.
We are. Dr. Devlin is amazing, and we gave big 6 digits to that research last year, and we'll do so again this year and even more. And that's the goal of the 50 Plus Racing Foundation, is to all the money raised. It takes a lot of money to do this, but a good portion of the money raised will go to this research, and it's an amazing deal. And we hope that all the listeners in the area that listen to WDEF Channel 12 come out and support this event. It is a family fun event, all downtown, all within walking distance of each of the events, with the exception of the hijinks rally that goes all throughout Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia. That happens on Thursday and Friday, and we're just looking forward to a great time this year.
I was kind of surprised at the amount of you were involved, so I wasn't really surprised, but the amount of street entertainment that you guys had. You had roving musicians, guys on stilts, you had clowns. You really had something for every age group, from a few months up to folks working on their second century.
Right. Well, the folks on the staff at the Motorcar Festival are really just amazing people. And they know that it's what's good for Chattanooga, what's good for downtown Chattanooga and the West End and the Westin Hotel. It's good for everybody. It's good for the foundation. People came last year. It was, year before last, because we had COVID last year, but year before last, we had such a wonderful event all over the nation. People were talking about the first inaugural event in Chattanooga, downtown, so you can go to restaurants. That we had the concourse on Sunday. It was an amazing event. People are still talking about it.
We only have about 30 seconds left, but you are coming back over the coming weeks. We're going to talk more about this. Sponsors are still not just wanted, but encouraged. We'll show you how you can take part in a sponsorship activity. You also need some volunteers to help pull this thing off correct. All
Yes,
right.
we do.
You can find out more at ChattanoogaMotorcar.com. That's ChattanoogaMotorcar.com. And again, it's coming up starting on the 15th of October, so the weather should be absolutely perfect. You can find out more at Honest Charlie's, and that's with a EYS.com. Stick around, we have much more of Let's Chat coming up after this.